Hello and welcome. This is a horse racing selection for Sunday, the 8th of June. I am flatcapcallum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. That's right, finishing the week, one horse. It's the theme of the week, isn't it? It's all been about small staking and low selections. Who knows what next week will bring, but yeah, the week before was a busy one. This week's been a quieter one. And I wouldn't normally do a vid for one horse, but there's a few reasons. One, it's a decent price. It's 40 to 1, so that's always nice to play. As I stand this week, profit and loss for the channel is minus £1.16 for the week. So I could either have not done a video and just settle up and go, we've lost a quid this week, or I can put £1.50. That's right, £1.50, and risk it that we could be walking out this week minus £2.66. But if we get a place out of it, we win about £4. And if miraculously the horse goes and wins a 14-runner maiden at Punchestown, then we'll be up about £35. That's what we're going to do. And also we've got a bit of previous with the horse. Not specifically the horse, but a race that the horse ran in, and I'll get to that. All right. I'm going to do a few shout outs as well, because there was some good stuff in the comments today. Some regulars in there, Shane and Marcus, both had good winners. Shane Walters, some of you will have seen that the on ITV Racing, Kevin Blake put the TriCast up for the Derby, which paid £8,000. Val in the comments placed that TriCast. I don't know whether that was out of her own selections or whether that was following him in, but Shane, completely independently of that, did the actual forecast, and that paid 300 odd quid. So some good stuff in the comments today. So well done to all the Flat Cap followers. As far as how I did, we were a little bit short, but we did have some stuff to cheer. Tornado Alert didn't run too bad, but I think it was 6th, so no cigar there. I think it was one out of the places for Sky, 2 for everybody else. Spartan Times was nice winner. Was a 25p Rule 4 on that, but even so, the horse went off 11 to 2, won nicely. So even factoring in the Rule 4, it halved in odds. So we had a nice return there. And then the combo double, this race was a letdown. Basically the draw seemed to be the horses that were higher did better. So Real Team Fancy was on the wrong side, but Inishmot Prince was on the right side, but just seemed to not really get into the race. So yeah, real disappointed with that. Then 7 o'clock we were playing the forecast, and yeah, I'd say 3.5 furlongs in, I thought we got chances, but Max Dilemma ultimately faded a bit. Red Robin did stick on, so we ended up coming 2nd and 4th, which is not a bad effort considering those were the 2 rank outsiders in the betting the night before. So yeah, no return for the forecast. We did get a little bit back on the single for Red Robin, which again, that also went off 11 to 2, no Rule 4, so that was a third of the odds that it was the night before. So overall, we were 12.50 on, 9.40, 9.40 back. We lost 3.10, which is why we put ourselves. Which is I think we were up 194, so we're down £1.16. So yeah, low staking week, and clearly we've got no jackpot coming on Sunday. So Sunday's horse, 4.55 Punchestown, Tatatio 40 to 1, 75p each way single. So because it's a standalone horse, I've upped the single, so it's not because it's a special horse, just upped it because it's literally the only bet I've put today. So it just, splitting hairs out with £1.50 versus £1. You decide whether you want to put 75p each way single on it or whatever you want to do. It's basically Dennis Hogan, Gavin Bruder's booked. He didn't ride it last time, so I think Gavin Bruder booked is positive. They're trying some headgear on it, which I think is interesting to do it at this early stage of its jumps career. Really good flat form, and yeah, it's got overlooked. Whether I think the price might come in a bit, but it's a hard one to tell. Like sometimes I can look at them and go, yeah, that should come in a lot. I'm not sure what the price will happen with this one, because it will get overlooked by some, because it was kind of down the field as you would read it in the last race at Killarney. But in that race, We have backed out of that race Synchronise, which placed for us this week, which was 25s into 11s. So that was a nice place that ran in the same race. We also, a couple of weeks ago, backed Elusive Ogie, that went off as a 28-1 winner. Out of that same race that Tateo was in, there's another horse. I think it's something like Dream Harder, maybe something like that. There's a Trader. No, I don't know. There's basically been another winner out. Two winners, and that synchronised place. There's been a couple of no joys, but yeah, of half a dozen horses that have ran in that race that have gone on run another hurdle race since. 2 wins and a place, and we were on one of the wins and one of the places. The other winner was a 7-2. So the form of the race is definitely holding up, and this is I've mentioned this before, but it's really worth, for those of you who've got the time to have a look at this. Sometimes if you find a particular race that horses that have gone on to do good things, it's then worth having a look at what finished down the field sometimes, and actually whether or not it's been underestimated. So whether or not this is going to be on a going day, because Dennis Hogan's horses, he can put them up in these sorts of races, but equally they can finish down the field and they can be trying for a handicap mark. So I don't know, but from a form point of view, this horse is absolutely got potential to be a framer on what it did last time, even though technically it finished down the field. So that's the horse for Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, going to be no bets now, so I'm going to make that decision now. I'm not looking at it thinking it looks particularly interesting, and I'm so doing stuff on Sunday night is going to be tricky anyway. So no bet Monday, no bet Tuesday. The plan is to be back Tuesday night with a little look, see at anything we've got on Wednesday, and that's how we'll go into next week. What is it, like Royal Ascot Eve week? I don't know. don't know what we call that one. But yeah, Royal Ascot is week after next. And just on that Royal Ascot, the plan is just to do my normal stuff. I might put the odd extra bet, but I'm certainly going to learn my lesson from Cheltenham, and I'm not going to go big. Unless I'll stick to the horses that hit the star rating. I may put out a few like combination double types bets on some of the big field races if I'm kind of liking the look of anything. All right, that's me. Oh, other than to say, thank you for the support about my race. I did finish the race, a 7-mile race this morning. Yeah, it was hard work. I'm very out of shape compared to where I was, but I finished it. Not many people finished behind me, and Roy Castle was not at the end waiting for me to give some sort of announcement. But I finished it, so pleased with that. And next race in 3 weeks' time, we'll see how we get on for that one. All right, thank you very much. See you on Tuesday night for Wednesday racing. Bye-bye.